Today we will hear statements by the honourable members for the districts of St. John's East, Quidi, Vidi, from Harbour Main, Cape St. Francis, Harbour Grace, Port de Grave, Fortune Bay, Cape Hune. The honourable member for St. John's East, Quidi, Vidi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm delighted to congratulate Dr. Fala B. Maroon for being invested into the Order of Newfoundland and Labrador. Dr. Maroon came to Newfoundland and Labrador to do a 3-week locum in 1967 and has been in the province ever since. Like many Lebanese before him, including my own grandparents, he chose to stay and make this province his new home. Having completed training at the French Faculty of Medicine in Beirut and the Montreal Neurological Institute, Dr. Maroon held the position of Chief of the Division of Neurosurgery in St. John's for almost 40 years. Since 1968, he has been actively involved in clinical practice and teaching at Memorial University's Faculty of Medicine. For a number of years, Dr. Maroon was the only neurosurgeon in the province. Dr. Maroon was awarded the Order of Canada in 2002 and has been appointed lifetime honorary president of the World Association of Lebanese Neurosurgeons. Dr. Maroon was instrumental in establishing the Lebanese Association of Newfoundland and Labrador, an organization of which I'm a proud member. There is immense pride in the Newfoundland and Labrador Lebanese community in the recognition of Dr. Maroon's life and work. I ask all honourable members to join me in congratulating Dr. Fala Maroon, who is watching us right now, for his outstanding accomplishments and contributions to our province. Thank you.
The honourable member for Harbour Main.
Mr. Speaker, this Sunday I was delighted to attend the annual Crystal Dip in the town of Holyrood. This year, 20 brave souls took the frosty plunge into the frigid waters of Conception Bay in support of the Canadian Mental Health Association. To give you an example of how cold it was, Mr. Speaker, the dip was moved from its original location of Holyrood Beach to Maloney's Beach on the opposite side of the harbour, as there was too much ice ashore for the dippers to safely enter the water. Thankfully, Mr. Speaker, following the icy dip, we all were treated to a pancake breakfast and complete with hot chocolate tea and coffee. Events such as these are not only create a great sense of community pride, but serve as a support mechanism for non-profitable in our province. I am pleased to inform my colleagues that a cheque for $3,512 was cut from the Canadian Mental Health Association after the breakfast. The dip is very near and dear to my heart, as we all know how much mental health awareness and support matters to families and individuals who are suffering and indeed in need of help. I ask all members to join me in congratulating the town of Holyrood, the Canadian Mental Health Association, and the dippers of this year's Crystal Dip, and the brave job they undertook to help this very worthy cause. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for the district of Cape St. Francis.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in this honourable House to recognise Christopher Quidi, an incredible 18-year-old karate athlete from Flat Rock. Christopher is a member of both the junior and under-21 national karate team and the senior national karate team. He has proudly and successfully represented Newfoundland and Labrador throughout the country and around the world. Last year, Christopher won 2 silver medals and a gold medal in the National Karate Championships in Quebec City. He won a bronze medal in the team fighting category and placed 9th in the individual category at the Senior Pan American Championships in the Caribbean. He finished 5th in both the individual and team fighting categories in the Junior and Under-21 Pan American Championships in Argentina. He was crowned champion at the Atlantic Canadian Karate Championships right here in St. John's. He also travelled to Spain to compete in the Junior and Under-21 World Karate Championships. He is the first Newfoundland and Labrador karate athlete to achieve such an honour. Mr. Speaker, while partaking in all this competition and travel, Christopher also graduated from Holy Trinity High in Torbay with first-class honours and was named Senior Male Athlete of the Year for his school. I ask all honourable members to join me in congratulating Christopher Quidi on everything he has accomplished in 2017 and wishing him continued success in 2018.
The Honourable, the member for Harbour Grace, Port de Grave.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am proud to recognize the late Eric Daw of Bay Roberts. Mr. Daw was known to many as Mr. Bay Roberts, as he spearheaded the formation of the Town Council in 1951. He was elected to the first council and later chosen as mayor. Not long after, he ran for provincial politics and was elected as MHA for the district of Port de Grave, and eventually was appointed to Premier Joey Smallwood's cabinet as the Minister of Municipal Affairs. Prior to his entry into political life, Eric was a businessman, working with the family business in the nail manufacturing. He later entered into another family enterprise, Avalon Coal, Salt and Oil Limited. It has been said by authors such as Bill Rowe that Eric Daw was a natural when it came to political foresight. This foresight was also evident in Eric's management style at Avalon Coal, Salt and Oil, his family-owned company that has prospered for more than 150 years. It was an honor to know Eric Daw, and I am grateful to have received some strong advice from him. He was a husband, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, and friend who touched the lives of many. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable, the member for Fortune Bay, Cape Lahune.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in this honourable House to commend Mr. Sheldon George for his exceptional career in aquaculture and his recognition as NIA's Aquaculturalist of the Year for 2017. Sheldon has a Bachelor of Science degree majoring in biology and the Advanced Diploma in Aquaculture from our very own Marine Institute, and he has spent over 20 years engaged in the aquaculture profession. He started his career in New Brunswick for 10 years on fish farms and progressed to being a husbandry manager for a Norwegian company, then a buyer's group. Fortunately for us, he got back involved with the aquaculture industry in our province and has spent over a decade promoting, assisting, and fostering the development of commercial aquaculture in Newfoundland and Labrador. Currently, as production manager with Cook Aquaculture, he is very well known for his passion and energy for aquaculture, and we thank him for his commitment to growing the industry and serving his community. Sheldon plays a key advisory role on various boards and committees, including the NIA Board, the Cabinet Steering Committee on Growing Forward, and others. I ask members of this honourable House to join me in recognizing and thanking Mr. George for playing an instrumental role in proving that aquaculture is a viable, profitable, and community-sustaining initiative. Congratulations, Sheldon.